Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sunny Taro. Today our topic is going to be about your education, regarding your education, the past, present and future. So we are going to look at what has happened in the past regarding your education, what is happening now and what is your future like in the future. So I will put down the timestamps in the description box below, and do consider subscribing the channel if you really liked this reading. And I will be uploading regularly from Sunday to Thursdays, and do like and comment if this reading really resonated with you. Let me introduce the piles. So the first pile is the soldier. Yeah. Second pile is this orthopedic. Third pile is this pilot. And the fourth pile is this gardener or something related to plants, botany and stuff. So yeah, not necessarily that you have to have this ambitions, or you're working towards this uh, respective pictures that I have shown. Not necessarily. Whatever you are drawn to, just pick the pile according to your gut feeling, and we will start the reading. Hello, pile number one. If you picked this soldier, this is your reading on past, present, and future education. Okay, first of all, this is your past card, this is your present situation, and this is your future situation. So, in the past, from this Eight of Swords energy, I can feel that you have been stuck in some sort of, let's say, result or question or a chapter that you have had a lot of problems with, and you were also dealing with a lot of um, issues like low marks, effort not paying off, or something that you have always been procrastinating about. Maybe you were procrastinating to do revision, maybe you were quite uh, how to say, a bit relaxed on some sort of stuff, and because of that you were stuck in this Eight of Swords situation where you could not really, everywhere is a trap, you could not really get out from the situation at all. You are tied up with a lot of workload, and you somehow don't really have the courage to face it. You were quite not really willing and open about your workload or question or whatever it is. Take whatever resonates. And yeah, you were quite stuck. And the worst part of this Eight of Swords energy is that you yourself do not want to take any kind of action. um, to step out from a worse situation, the first thing you have to do is actually face it in with bravery. But this Eight of Swords energy is the opposite, where you don't really want to face the issue at all. So that was you in the past. And by looking at this Fool card in the present, I feel like you have already like come out from the situation. Maybe you're quite open about focusing about your studies. You really want to take this as a challenge, and you're actually, even though you do not really know, uh, you're not really well mastered yet in your education wise, but still you want to take a leap, you just want to step into the unknown and like make most out of it. You're not really afraid anymore as your past. So you're really willing to learn more, you're open to new opportunities. Let it be like gain more knowledge about a certain subject. You really want to, You're in this state of being a sponge where you really want to absorb everything as much as possible, and you're not really going to look back on what has happened and how you struggled with stuff. You're being very optimistic right now, and you want to change your past situation, and at the same time you just want to trust the process. That is what I'm saying. And by looking at this magician card, in the future you're going to progress more. You're going to find out the key to ace your subjects, the key to score well in your papers, to master whatever you have been stuck about. Maybe you had a lot of problems with a particular subject or paper that you really had no idea on why you were weak in it. But right now the magician, as the magician shows that you have taken charge of it, and you have already found out about it, and you're going to manifest your wish on scores. You're going to do this positive affirmation towards yourself. You're going to write it down. If you haven't yet, please do write down what you really want to achieve. And because in the future your magician mood is going to be activated, which is like a manifestation mood, and you can really clearly manifest whatever you want. If you want a good score, you can just write it down, say it to yourself every day, and it will definitely work out, because the magician mood is always about manifestation and taking charge of yourself. And I can see that you're going to change this past situation into a very positive one, and you're not really going to look back anymore. You're going to have a good future, and you're already in the mood of stepping into the good future. Actually, from this Fool card I can see that right now itself, you have already um, step out of from this uncertainty, this how to say, the timid and the procrastination mode. You're already in this courageous sponge mode, so the magician mode is going to be activated soon. Exactly, like a magician you're going to make the wonders happen. So far, if you have been failing a subject, a particular paper, you're going to ace it, and you're going to find out the particular reason why you couldn't really score this past few years or months or weeks. Exactly. So keep going. The advice here is actually just keep going. You're at the right direction. Don't ever Oh, yeah. Actually, you are in the right direction. The only advice that I would say is that start your positive affirmations and try to write it down in a piece of paper, and look it like look whatever your goal on your education wise. Try to manifest it. Try to say it to yourself. Try to imagine that you have already achieved it. That's the only advice for this group. So, pile number one, if you really liked this reading, do like the reading, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number two. If you picked this orthopedic, this is your reading on past, present, future, your education wise. First of all, this is your past, this is your future, present, and this is your future. So, let's start up with your past. In the past, regarding your education, by looking at this reversed page of cups card, I can see that you were easily distracted. Maybe you were just not really into the mood of studying, majorly because of, if you are watching this and during the lockdown COVID-19 situation, maybe you did not have the motivation to put your soul and heart to do your revision, your studies, or whatever it is regarding your education. You are not really paying attention at all. You might have binge watched movies, used YouTube. You might have done everything except something related to your education. Homework, you have been procrastinating your homeworks and stuff like that. And also, by looking at this Five of Pentacles, currently in the present, um, because of this distraction that you have gone through in the past, it's going to cause a bit of trouble right now. It is causing a bit of trouble where you actually need a lot of help to catch up, but you're not really finding any help. Maybe you're just overlooking something. Maybe you really need help, but you're quite timid to ask for help. That might be your situation right now. But my advice is just that help is everywhere, and it's better for you to ask help as soon as possible. Because by looking at this card, if you could understand, these two beggars who are passing a church are not really looking at the church where they might be offering food, but they just overlooked everything and like missed the opportunity to get something that they want. So I feel like because of this distraction that you have gone through in the past regarding your studies, you are right now in a distress of catching up, and you're actually overlooking and overanalyzing the stuff that you have right now, and you have a lot of stuff to catch up, and you're not really in the mood to ask for help. Maybe you're quite shy, or maybe you're timid, or it can also mean that you're quite embarrassed to ask for help. But trust me, a little bit of help will actually not harm you but bring you into another level. So if right now, if you really need a help to understand a particular subject, to understand a particular chapter, to understand a particular question, it's better to ask for help, um, rather than staying um, not well informed about the issue that you're going through. And also in the future, by looking at this nine of rods, to be honest, guys, for pile number two, it's not going to be easy for you in the studies matter. I feel like majorly because of this distraction that you have gone through in the past, it's going to like create more stuff, more problems. Like maybe you have a lot of stuff to catch up, and because of that, you're lagging in a particular paper or subject. You might have a lot of stuff to revision at the same time, as this nine of rods is claiming that maybe you have too much of stuff going on in the future. But the good thing is that you are well prepared. I can see that you're well prepared in the future. Maybe the help that you asked right now is going to guide you and make yourself be well prepared. You're going to be on track. A good stuff will happen. You somehow will achieve your goal of, let's say, getting good grades or passing a certain subject or paper, but then it's going to be a little bit of struggle before you get to that. And the best part about the future is that you're already prepared for it. So the only advice that I would say right now is that if you have any kind of problems like understanding a certain thing in your education voice, do voice out and ask for help. Don't ever feel shy, because no one is going to judge you. There's no such thing as a by asking question you're weak and you're dumb. No, no such thing as that. um, Actually, it's good to ask so that you will learn more. And yeah, don't ever um, underestimate yourself, and don't ever think of what people might judge you. And you will never know what is going in their head. So why not you just ask for help? That's all I can say for pile number two. So do let me know in the comment section if this totally resonated with you, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number three. If you picked this pilot Pictionary, this is your reading on past, present, future regarding your education. So, this card is showing your past, this is your present, and this is your future. So, by looking at this Knight of Swords, in the past, maybe you have been a bit unprepared for your paper or subject or your studies, but then still you just stepped into it and have strived as much as you could. You have done well. That is what I'm getting. By looking at this Knight of Swords, you were not really afraid of the uh, challenges that you are going to face in your studies life, whether it be a discouraging mark or a disappointing comment from your teacher or lecturer. But then you were not really, yeah, you were not really paying attention to whatever is happening around you. You were just focusing on your studies and you were just striving to it. And yeah, that was happening in your past. And in the present right now, everything, by looking at this Eight of Rods, you're still in that mood, but it's happening very quick. It's happening, you're doing everything as fast as possible. Um, and and you're actually getting the result. If you haven't yet, you will get it soon. And how to say, this energy that I'm getting is that y- you are doing well, but then you're not really doing it in the mindful way, which means that um, you're not doing it consciously. You're just doing it, and you're not really absorbing whatever's happening around you, or how the subject is really influencing you and impacting you as a person. You just want to finish it off. You just, yeah, Eight of Rods, I feel like you just want to finish as fast as possible. You just want to finish everything, and you're doing it as fast as you can. You want to finish off the assignments, you want to finish off the homework, you just want to finish this paper or year or whatever it is. You want to finish your education and your stuff, your assignments as fast as possible. That is what I'm sensing. In the future, by looking at this Queen of Cups in reversed, I would say that because you are in this phase of finishing everything quickly, and you might end up finishing off everything, and then you might be too free. So that too free phase is going to distract you, or you might not really pay attention to your studies. You might do something else, like you might do indulge in yourself with your own happiness stuff. It's just that you're not going to pick up the book. That's what I'm seeing in the future. So I would say uh, the the advice for this pile number three, I would say just that you don't have to hurry everything. I feel like you have to organize your workload or homework very well, so that you don't have to finish it off one shot right now. At the same time, you don't have to like sit and relax too much, which might also might be bad keep put you in a very bad trouble in the future. So I would say just organize your stuff, your work. Maybe you do one assignment this week and another one next week, or maybe you try to do two questions at a time in a day and two in the next day. So plan your work wisely. Okay, take a step by step, take it one by one. You know why? Because I feel like education is not always about scoring and getting good marks. It is also about you understanding the subject or certain paper, perceiving it, and reflecting it to yourself. Like, what does that really shape you? How does it really impact you as a human? That is very much needed. Even though marks are the higher priority in most of the educational institute right now, but still, one of the main goal of education is that it does shape you into a certain in certain qualities. So I would say that if you take it slow and organized everything very well, you also get to enjoy the process of learning, at the same time complete your work, and you don't have to like rush everything and not really pay attention on what you're learning, and at the end of and at the future, just like sit there and relax. That's good also. It's good to relax, but this relaxation that I'm seeing in the future is not really a good one. It's like more like you finish everything off, then you binge watch like a lot of movies, and you get guilty and you get lagged out, which is a very unhealthy way. Especially being in education, you always have to I'm sorry, especially if it's about your education, you always have to be in touch on what you're studying or learning, so that it's easier in the future. So if you really liked this reading, do consider subscribing the channel for future uploads, and do check out my other readings too in the channel. Thank you. Hello, pile number 4. If you picked this gardening themed Pictionary, this is your reading on past, present, future regarding your education. This is your past, this is your present, and this is your future energy. So, by looking at the Seven of Pentacles in the past, I can see that you have put on a lot of effort to this particular studies or education stuff. You have done as much as possible, and in the past you might have felt like it's not really paying off, and you're quite frustrated and sad that it's not really paying off, and why did I even do this much of work if it's not paying off. But the advice here is that it will pay off, but just that it has been delayed. It's not that it's whatever you want to achieve, it's not going to happen at all. It's just that it was a delay. And in the present, I can see that you already know about it, and if you haven't yet, you will soon know about it, and you're going to get a part of the uh, uh, achievement, a part of the achievement, and you're really looking forward to move stronger and move forward in your education voice. Maybe you have done a lot of revision for this particular paper of subject, but you could not really get the result you want, and right now it's really paying off, and you feel quite confident about it, and you feel like, you know what, now now I can do it. Now I can really conquer this particular subject or paper. I can really try now. I'm not going to give up. I will strive for it, and I am being very hopeful right now. That is your energy present. And this Knight of Cups tells me that you are on the go in the future. You are going to be much stronger in the future. You're going to feel like more confident about whatever you're doing, and you're going to feel stronger, and you're going to step ahead, and the process is going to um, progress a bit. It also means that you're going to go a step ahead. Maybe you're going into a new year or new standard or something like that. That is also possible in the future. If and Yeah, I can see something is being completed here. Maybe it can be the semester is being completed, or a particular paper is being completed right now, and in the future you're still going to do some education stuff, but in a different level. That is also possible for some of you guys. Overall, I'm sensing that for the present and the future energy, it's going to be a very positive and strong, motivated phase. But the past energy is quite hurting because it was not really being fruitful. The success was delayed a bit, and for some of you, The success might also be delayed until now. That is also possible. But in the future, this as this Knight of Cups person is going, I feel like you're going to go through the success phase. So whenever this Pentacles energy, especially the Seven of Pentacles energy comes up, I would say that whatever you're wishing for, and in this context it's about the education wise, it's going to happen, just that it's supposed to be, somehow it is fated to be a bit of slow process and a delay, for your own betterment. Like you need to learn about something, maybe that's why it was delayed and you were not really happy about it. But right now I can see that in this Two of Rods and Knight of Cups, you have accepted it, and you are going to like stop worrying about it and continue, you know. So do let me know, guys, if this really resonated, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you.